Hello, Southwest Florida homeowners and homebuyers. Welcome to the 239 Real Estate Roundtable Podcast, your go-to source for navigating the vibrant real estate landscape of our beautiful region. I'm your host, Kevin Tremmel, a local real estate agent, leader, and investor here in Southwest Florida. On this podcast, we bring you insights from best in the business, top-notch real estate professionals, seasoned agents, and experts in everything from homeowners insurance to mortgages, maintenance, and repairs. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or a seasoned homeowner, we've got you covered with tips, strategies, and valuable insights to make your journey in Southwest Florida's real estate market a breeze. Get ready to unlock the doors to successful home ownership. This is the 239 Real Estate Roundtable Podcast, where we demystify the process, share insider knowledge, and ensure you're well equipped to make informed decisions. Let's dive in. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the 239 Real Estate Roundtable Podcast. Today, we are thrilled to introduce to you Eddie Burnham. Eddie is a real estate agent in Florida with the Domain Realty Group. Eddie is a Southwest Florida native. He has 3.5 years of local Southwest Florida real estate experience, as well as a bachelor's degree in business real estate. Welcome to the show, Eddie.
Thank you, sir. Looking forward to getting into it with you here today.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Thanks for your time. Well, why don't we start off by you telling us kind of how you got into real estate? I know you have a business degree in real estate. So share with us how you got into real estate and the industry and how have you liked it so far?
Yeah, man. I mean, it was the plan from the start. Once I started thinking about what I wanted to do in life, went to Florida State University. My orientation was kind of figuring I was going to go somewhere in the business school, and they started listing off the majors, and I was there with my mother. My mother's a realtor, my father's a builder, so both in the industry, and they said business real estate as one of the majors, and I didn't even know that was a major you could do. So I looked at her and I was like, that's it. And so just ran with that from the start. Studied a bunch of real estate classes obviously throughout college and just gained knowledge there. And once I graduated in 4 years, moved back home to Naples and started working full time. Been running with it ever since and loving it every step of the way. So
cool, man. Yeah, I wanna, because you like you said, you didn't even know that business real estate was a degree. You can neither
right.
did I. I mean, obviously, you can get a business degree, and then I know FGCU offers like a construction management degree, but that's more like boots on the ground, like superintendent thing. So I guess explain to us a little bit, like what's a business real estate degree, right? Like what kind of classes do you take?
Yeah, so I guess not every college offers it. The big universities do. Obviously, FSU is a very big university. They actually had the number 7 business real estate program in the nation. So it just, the stars aligned really, because I was choosing between there and UF, University of Florida, and UF didn't have that degree. So everything worked out perfectly there. And there's, real estate finance classes, real estate law classes. You just learn everything under the sun. It more so focuses on the commercial side of the business. There's a lot more math involved there, determining cap rates, cash flows, things of that nature. So there was a lot more focus on the commercial side of things, which I do both sides of the industry. I do residential and commercial. So that definitely helped me out there and just get a better understanding. And definitely there was a bunch of real estate conferences we had to attend, things of that nature. So you really learn how to have the social side of the business as well and network really well, and just learned a whole lot there for sure.
Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. And okay, so that makes sense. I mean, you're talking pro formas and like you said, cap rates and NOI and operating.
Exactly.
Like commercial
yeah,
stuff,
hopefully.
Right?
Yeah. Calculating NOIs was like every day, all day. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of Excel spreadsheets and
a ton of Excel.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. And then, so do you still do commercial or?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
So me and Brent Pleater is his name. We kind of had started the commercial division here at Domain Realty. So we handle the commercial side of things over here. Also do business brokering. We just closed on a business last month, I believe it was. So I like to consider my real estate services almost as like a one-stop shop. You got someone that's wanting to come in town. If they want to open a business, buy a home, etc. I can cover basically it all for them. So I definitely think that sets me apart from a lot of the realtors down here that can only really focus on one side of the industry, where like I said, I could be a one-stop shop and take care of all your real estate needs, whether it's leasing a commercial space, buying a business, selling a business, buying a home, selling a home. So that's kind of what I like to think sets me apart,
Yeah, cool. I like it a lot. Yeah, and I feel like
A lot of people might not know that with a real estate license, you can also, like you said, broker businesses, right? Like
Oh
not
yeah.
just the
Yep.
real estate, but also,
A
yeah,
lot more goes into it than selling a home. I'll tell you that much.
yeah.
Definitely very cool and something I'm starting to do a lot more of, and definitely like it a lot. So
Nice. What do you between residential and commercial? I've had some agents on the show that also do both, and I always like to ask the question, what do you like more and why?
it's hard to say. I mean, I guess I would lean residential because I'm a very social guy,
Yeah.
and residential is more about building relationships, a little more social and a little more emotional, and that whole aspect. And you're buying someone's, helping seller buy someone's dream home and seeing the satisfaction they get once that closes, and you help guide them through the whole process and make everything work. It's a really good feeling. Commercial is more just numbers driven. Like it's very business oriented where the numbers make sense, the deal works. If not, it's not going to work. And there's definitely a lot more time involved to lengthen your closing process for sure. I've had deals where I've worked months and months, did all jump through hoops, and
Yeah.
then the deal just doesn't work out at the end of the day. But that's just the commercial world for you.
Yeah.
So I like both sides, and my education was on the commercial side, so definitely like that. But I guess if I had to pick, it would probably lean residential.
Yeah, awesome. And yeah, I mean, I kind of come from the new construction side as well and got a glimpse at land development and land. And I have a buddy who used to work at one of the biggest builders in America in their land department. And yeah, like you said, I mean, it's not uncommon to have a 6 month or even 1 year like due
Oh
diligence,
yeah.
right? Like
Oh
on
yeah.
these
Yeah.
deals, you're just pending and basically up until the last minute. Technically, stuff can really fall apart and you basically
Absolutely.
spend a lot of blood, sweat, and tears for nothing, So, yep, I hear
Oh,
you.
I've been there. I've been
Yeah,
there. Yep.
yeah, yeah, cool. And then, so Eddie, you're with a team, right? So kind
Yes.
of
Yep.
explain,
Domain Realty Group. Yep.
yep. So kind of explain to us that dynamic a little bit. What made you join a team and not maybe go out on your own right from the start?
Yeah, just had a lot of good advice coming into the industry. As I mentioned earlier, my mother is in real estate, so she was able to kind of advise me very well. And she gave me good advice where my senior year of college, she said, why don't you intern half the summer with a residential brokerage, half the summer with a commercial brokerage? Because while I was in college, I was like, I'm doing commercial real estate. I'm not doing residential because that's what I've been learning. And she's like, why don't you just intern at both, see which one you like better? So I had interned with Jesse McGreevy, Mark Commissar. They're the leaders of the team here at Domain Realty Group for half the summer at Domain residential side. And then I interned with TCG, Trinity Commercial Group, Dan
Okay.
Oberski, which is another big commercial player here in town. And I like both. Just the situation worked out better to where I would have had to relocate to Fort Lauderdale to work for Trinity, and I wanted to stay in town in Naples. And there was a pretty good situation set up to join the team. And I did enjoy the residential side during my internship. So post college, I was like, all right, I'll start out in residential and join the team because obviously I interned with them and I enjoyed it. And I stepped into a crazy market, man. I graduated college in 2020,
Oh yeah.
stepped right into the peak COVID market. It was crazy. I think I had 4 pending deals in my first month in the industry, had
Wow.
pretty much no idea what I was doing and
Yeah.
just kind of had to learn it on the fly. And it was pretty crazy. But yeah, no, I love working on the Domain Realty Group team. It's a great team of people we have here and would definitely recommend it to any first time agents trying to join the real estate industry. That's
Yeah.
probably my number one piece of advice. I always have younger people from high school, from college, always reaching out to me like, what's your advice? I want to start out in real estate. That's always my first piece of advice. Join a team, get set up with some good support where you're going to learn a lot. You can go to people for questions. You're going to get some warm leads off the bat, really help build your book of business starting out and then roll with it. So,
Yeah, cool. Awesome. And I mean, sounds like based on what you were saying earlier, it all worked out because now you're kind of building that commercial
it,
division
it,
anyway,
it worked out so
right? So you're
perfectly.
kind of, yeah, so you're kind of doing now you're
Yeah.
doing both like anyway. So that,
Oh yeah. I mean, it couldn't have asked for a better situation because, Domain's an all residential brokerage. So me and Brent starting the commercial division, we get referrals from pretty much the whole brokerage, and it works out very well. So yeah, the stars align perfectly on that.
And Domain are they Southwest Florida only or Florida?
Correct. Yeah, local
Okay.
Southwest Florida. Yep.
Okay. I know they originated in Southwest Florida, but I didn't know if maybe expanded to Tampa, Miami, whatever. But
no, we just focused on our market, and we have a pretty good grip on this market here.
yeah. Which definitely is both. There's just like with everything in life, right? There's disadvantages and advantages, but one of the big advantages, if you're like more of like a boutique style, right? Like just Southwest Florida, I mean, your market knowledge is probably pretty.
Exactly. Yeah. We're at over 300 agents now, so we got a good size.
Yeah, for sure. And then Eddie, what would you say, most of your business is? You said buyers, right? Is probably most of it. You like working with a lot of buyers. And then when we spoke
I'd say most of it, yeah, it's mostly buyers. Was having a lot of listings beginning of the year, but as I'm sure you know, as you're in the industry, listings are tending to sit right now this summer. So kind of ticking down on that and focusing more of my attention on buyers right now. But I'll see that. I think we're going to see a change here post-election. Not going to get into it too much, no one has a crystal ball, but I think we'll start leaning back towards more of a seller's market personally.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you there, or at least rates coming down should kind of grease the wheel. I feel like right now the market, it's just so stuck because like
very stagnant. Yes.
Like it's just the sellers that want to sell. Like there's just not a lot of demand because buyers are on the sidelines because they're dealing with rates and waiting for rates to come down. And it's like, I feel like
that's going to be their biggest thorn in their heel. I think now for buyers, the most opportune time to buy is between now and election time. Personally, what do they say? Date the rate, buy whatever the saying is, buy the home. If you buy now, you're gonna get your home at the lowest price possible. Because every listing sitting on the market, every seller's eager to take almost any offer they can get because no one's getting any offers. So you can get your home for your lowest price, and then when rates come down, you refinance, and you have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
If you wait it out, going to start ticking up again. Once they say when rates 1%, 4 buyers enter the market. So there's 4 million more buyers you're going to have to compete against, and demand's going to start shooting through the roof again. Prices are going to start coming up, and then you've missed the boat. So
yeah, 100%. I'm with you there. I think right now we're in a weird spot where like you said, right? Like people kind of know the rates are coming, like as far as like dropping, but they're waiting for that. If you're ready to make
a lot of uncertainty. I mean, I have conversations with buyers every day. They're like, yeah, give me a call November 5th or November 6th, whenever the election is. It's like, then we'll talk. And I'm like, all right, you'll probably have missed the boat by then. But if that's what you want to do, I'm not forcing you to do anything. But that's my stance on it.
Yeah, 100%, man. And then we spoke earlier off camera. You do a lot of new construction too. Explain to us a little bit about that. Like, what do you like about new construction? Why do you recommend that to your buyers? Kind of like a first stop, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many reasons. A big reason for me, I just think that's part of my job that I have to do is to share all the options that are out there for buyers. And I know there's a lot of agents out there that just kind of new construction goes under their radar. And I don't think you're doing your client the right service if you're not providing to them all the product that's out there, especially the market that we were in maybe 2 years ago where there was no inventory. You have to be up to date on all the new construction in the area. So you're providing all the inventory to your client. So for me, it's just, that's what I think part of my job is, to know all the new construction. So, I have a spreadsheet I created that has every single new construction development from Cape Coral to Marco Island, every builder, all price points, everything. And when I connect with a buyer and get their criteria, one of the first things I do is go through that list and pinpoint all the new construction communities that would work for them and send them information on that and such. And then there's always a lot of good incentives that the builders offer, discounted closing costs. If you know how to play your cards right, you can kind of time up when they're coming up to their fiscal calendar year and get even more discounts. Don't go too much into that. But I'm sure since you were in that realm, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You get typically a 1-year bumper to bumper home warranty on your home, which is just a luxury in itself, sometimes 10-year structural warranty. And you're getting a brand new home at the end of the day. That in itself has value, especially if you're going to resell in the near future. You're going to have a newer home, which is going to hold its value better. And there's many reasons out there to go new construction.
Yeah, 100%. I'm with you. And yeah, calendar year end is not fiscal year end for for a lot of builders. So
Right.
that's a good strategy. I've never,
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
know.
know what
I
you're getting.
almost
Like,
didn't want to
I
say that.
mean,
I didn't want to give away too much of my,
yeah, your secret sauce.
right. But you
Gotcha.
invited me on the podcast, so I'll send a little bit your way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's awesome, bro. And then, so let's talk about your little spreadsheet there. How do you kind of get that? Like mostly online or like boots on the ground?
Yeah,
Visiting?
online. I mean, I'm always every morning I'm researching. I'm staying up to date, and I pretty much hear about anything that comes. I'm in the office every day if I'm not on appointments. I'm always bouncing things off people, and anytime I hear of a development, get an email. I subscribe to pretty much all the builders'
Yeah.
emails they send out. The ones that do most of the business down here, Lennar, Pulte, DR Horton, etc.
Yeah.
So I always get the coming soon notifications, and just always compile all the data into my spreadsheet and just have that to reference, because there's no way you're going to remember every single development out there off the top of your head. It's impossible.
Yeah, 100%. And I really like that. I mean, one of my like values and one of my core values in like my business is knowledge is power, right?
Right.
And I love
Especially in our business. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I love that you have that spreadsheet and in your head when you talk to a buyer client, like your wheels are probably already turning like, oh, like
100%.
that community, this would fit. And like it's so important, man, because like I talk to my clients a lot, like the price as like it's such a little part of or it's just only one part of like the bottom line number on your monthly, right? Like,
Right.
all right, CDDs, HOAs, beverage minimums, any assessments
Yeah.
on the line.
Yeah.
Is the HOA going to go up because the brand new 15 million
Turnover. Yeah.
amenity centers, so yeah, I really like that. And one thing that I was always preached to by when I first started in general in 2017 was just, if it's slow or like if you're just starting out or you don't have a lot of clients yet, like just go to the builders and like look at inventory and just ask questions and just look at inventory like on an afternoon, right? And I mean,
Right.
everybody likes to look at houses, right? I mean, especially new and shiny ones with
Yep.
models and furniture staged and things like that. So yeah, cool. Because I feel like with the new construction, right, we all have our go-tos, right? Our top three favorite communities, so to speak. Any favorite communities that you have currently in Lee or Collier County or anything down the
Yeah. So
pipeline
that's always ever changing as they close out, as certain things progress or degress. Currently, I'd say Camus down in Naples, I'm a big fan of. That's a stock development community. Pulte's also building in there, but stock's doing the clubhouse and everything. Whenever they do a clubhouse and a community, it's always state of the art. Pulte is building decent amount of homes, and I think their price points start at around 900,000. That's a very much so resort style luxury community. And then stock's going to be your higher end build, and your price points are, I think, somewhere in the mid ones going up. I think they have product in there. It's going to be like $5 million, like giant estate homes. And that's just a really nice product. Great location down there. Big fan of that community. Big fan of Bonita del Sol. That's being built in Bonita. Awesome location close to downtown Bonita, which is just, it's very much so on the up and up. I think I told you off camera. I don't know if I mentioned it here. I just had a home built in Bonita in that same type of area. I think downtown Bonita is the number one hotspot for future home price appreciation. Personally, just the way they're developing downtown Bonita, it's going to be an entertainment hotspot, and I think the home prices will follow suit in that area. So I think that's a great buy right now. It's single family home development, low HOA, minimal amenities, but just in an awesome location. That's a Pulte build, and the price points are awesome. I mean, you can get a really nice single family home, and I think in like the mid fives, low sixes. Like, it's killer. Yeah. So
sure.
Those two are probably number one on my radar at the moment. Also, Solis Grand is a townhome development in Bonita that's going up. It's going right across the street from Midtown Bonita, which is this new multi-use development that's being built in Bonita. It's going to be almost like a Mercado concept. If you're familiar with that down in Naples, it's going to be another entertainment hotspot. It's going to bring in tons of people. And I think with that Solis Grand development being built across the street, price point should shoot up once Midtown Bonita is running at full capacity as well. So from an investment standpoint, I think that's a great investment. I've been pitching that to most of my investors, trying to get people to buy that. If I had the money, I'd buy that. 100% would if I had the money. But a little tight at the moment after just having my own house built. So
Yeah,
I
man. Sure.
gotta slow the roll for a little bit. Yeah.
Or replenish the funds. But
Yeah.
sounds like you're doing all right, so I'm not worried.
Trying to. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Cool. And yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Bonita is, I feel like Bonita's always been Naples' redheaded stepchild, so to speak, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's always been
Like,
a quaint little town,
yeah,
but they have so many things they're developing there,
yeah,
man. That they got that new rooftop food truck park. It's similar to like a celebration park concept down in Naples. That's a big hotspot now. They have that new sugar shack that's going up right in downtown Bonita. They're going to have tons of live music, a lot of shows and stuff going on there. There's just so much coming to town there that it's really on the up and up right now.
yeah, for sure. And I think they're doing a great job of keeping, because what a lot of people are always worried about with growth and development is kind of losing the charm and the character of what it
Oh yeah,
once
no, they're doing a great
was.
job keeping that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think Bonita's doing like an awesome job of like reviving and like or like doing new things, but like keeping that kind of old Florida charm and like
And
that.
that's what they're all about, man, is
Yeah,
keeping that old Florida charm. Trust me, I was building there. They stress that to me very much so. So
yeah,
that's what Bonita is all about.
yeah.
I'm just loving it there. I really am. So
Cool.
encourage people looking for investments or places to live. Bonita is a big hot spot right now for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Plus, it's close to Naples. It's not
I mean,
Naples.
borders it. You're
Yeah,
at
and
Naples in
exactly.
10 minutes,
Yeah.
easy.
So you can get a very similar home that you can get, call it Naples Park, right? But
Right.
for significantly less. So,
Much less, yes.
yeah, and you're 10, 15 minutes away. So, yeah,
Yeah.
great advice there. And so, working with new construction buyers, what are kind of like some common mistakes you see like buyers make when they look at new construction, and what are maybe some tips and tricks to kind of avoid some common mistakes you see?
Common mistake when buying new construction. Well, when they have me as their agent, they're not making mistakes usually.
Yeah,
I'm guiding them to make sure they don't. So I don't
yeah,
really know if I can answer that question.
gotcha. All right, yeah, no problem, man. Usually, what I see is just the whole, well, we don't really need an agent because it's
Well,
new
that would
construction.
be a mistake,
Yeah,
100%,
okay,
because at the end of the day, I don't know where things are going in the future, but today's current day, buyers don't pay commission,
yeah,
especially on new construction. So
yeah,
it's a no-brainer to work with an agent who's going to make sure you have all the proper incentives, look out for your best interests throughout the whole transaction. Because if you're working directly with the builder's sales rep, they're working for the builder, they're looking out for the builder's
yeah,
best interests. I mean, it's really a no-brainer to work with an agent, especially on new construction. So
yeah, because it doesn't cost you anything, and those,
you save money.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And those builder contracts can be fun. Those
Oh
60,
yeah.
70, 80 page contracts
Oh
with
yeah.
50
Yeah.
different addendums, they can be interesting. So, well, cool, man. And I guess like we're halfway through the year, right? We're July 30th, we're a little over halfway.
Mhm.
What is kind of like some of your goals like for the rest of the year and beyond?
I guess I'd like to do 30 million by the end of the year. That would be a goal of mine that I kind of set forth. I'm about halfway there
Yeah,
currently.
yeah,
Other than that, I mean, I guess I'd like to establish, a little bit stronger of a brand. I'm working on that currently, get a little more lead gen that way. I guess those would be my two goals. Yeah.
awesome, man. Yeah, well, let's help you get there. So,
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, man. If anybody wants to get in touch, reach out for their real estate needs in Southwest Florida, buying, selling, or investing, whether it be residential, commercial, or even buying or selling a business. Or like
Yeah.
you said, how can they get in touch? We're obviously going to link all your socials down below, but if you want to share your contact information, how can
You can reach me on my direct line, 239-734-0776. That would be the easiest way. I usually always have my phone on me, so I'd be happy to connect that way. Yeah,
Cool. Awesome, Eddie. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really
absolutely.
appreciate it. Thanks for sharing some of your insights and your experience and things like that. So it's been a pleasure, and thanks for your time, man.
Likewise. Thanks, Kevin.
Cool, you got it. See ya.
And that wraps up another insightful episode of the 239 Real Estate Roundtable Podcast. I hope you enjoyed our discussions and gained valuable knowledge to enhance your home ownership journey here in Southwest Florida. A big thank you to our incredible guests and of course to you, our listeners, for joining us. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, or if you'd like to connect, feel free to reach out. You can find us on Instagram at @KevinTremmel_real estate, on Facebook at Kevin Tremmel Real Estate, or visit our website, kevintremmel.com. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Your feedback is crucial and we're always eager to hear from you. Until next time, this is Kevin Tremolo, your host, signing off. See you on the next episode.